Hello guys, and welcome to another profile tree video. So in today's video we're going to be looking through some file recovery software. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So the very first software tool that I want to showcase is Recuva. Now you guys may be wondering what sort of reputable software options are available, and this is one of them. Now, this has been successful most of the time for recovering some files that you've lost or that you've accidentally deleted as well. And I would say that the effectiveness of this tool will depend on the circumstances of the data loss. So do take a note of that when you are using the following software recovery tools. So anyway, Recuva, what this features is it is known for its user-friendly interface, and as well as that, of course, to the ability to recover a wide range of file types from hard drives, memory cards, external drives, CDs, DVDs, and plenty more. So this will be a pretty reliable recovery tool to use. Now, the platform that you can use it on currently is Windows and Windows only. What I particularly like about Recuva is the fact that they actually have a free version, as you can see, and what it states for features is advanced file recovery. Now, depending if you like to use Recuva, then you can go for the professional version, which is what it includes is virtual hard drive support, automatic updates, priority support, and of course you have the CC cleaner as well, where you have a CC cleaner professional and a Specky professional as well. So those come at a cost, of course, but I know you guys want to maybe go for a free version, so it is good the fact that Recuva has a free version. So simple enough to do, just go ahead and click free download. And I'll take you through the steps on how to recover a file. So this is if you've deleted a file through the recycling bin and you didn't mean to do that. And of course this would be the way to recover it. So what it offers is, for the free version, you can see that there's just a little bit of a comparison between three of them. So you just want to go ahead and select download. So you'll see that the install has happened there, and all I need to do now is bring up the File Explorer. So I'll go ahead and open up the File Explorer and run this software. So you will have more of a black screen. It'll ask you whether you want to accept the changes to be made. This is what it looked like, Recuva setup. All you need to do is go ahead and select install. So we'll go ahead and install this. Just wait for this to load. So now it's doing the entire setup. So you'll see it on the top left of our screen that we now have Recuva. So this is where we can now locate whether, okay, we have some data loss. That could be file corruption, it could be hardware failure, or accidental deletion, as I've mentioned. So all we need to do now is run Recuva. So we'll go ahead and run Recuva. So you'll get the pop-up for the screen. Go ahead and just run through this, select next. So what sort of files are you trying to recover? So it'll ask you whether you're recovering pictures, music, documents, video, compressed files, emails, and so on. So a list of different files to recover. And again, that is pretty good, especially for the fact that you can recover it through hard drives, you can recover it through memory cards, external drives, CDs, and plenty more. So I personally would just select all files and then go ahead and select next. And then it'll ask you where the file location is. So you could say, I'm not sure. So it'll search everywhere in this computer. So you can even do on my media card or iPod, or in my documents, or in my recycling bin. So what we'll do is we'll do it specifically for the recycling bin. What I currently have on my recycling bin is nothing. So we'll do the recycling bin as an example. Now that I've got that, it'll say, thank you, Recuva is now ready to search for your files. So once you're happy enough, all you need to do is select start. So do note, so Check this box if previous scans have failed to find your files. Note that this may take over an hour on a large drive. So you can enable a deep scan if you need to, but we're just going to go ahead and select start. Now you'll get a little progress bar, as you can see. So that'll scan for any deleted files. So current progress is now around halfway through. It's sorting and finding out all the different files. It only takes a couple of seconds here to scan the first drive. So you can see scanning 1 of 4 drives. So we'll just wait for this to fully complete. So stage 2, analyzing damage, current progress. Again, going to take about 15 seconds for this to fully come through. So it is pretty fast for what it is, just it will take some time, especially if you are trying to recover some files. So here we are. So at the minute it said failed to scan the following drives. So let's take a look at where it went wrong. So I've rerun this again, and what I'm doing is I'm going to do a deep scan instead. So progress at the minute is taking about 47, so we're halfway through. So I'll just skip ahead until this has been fully completed. So I let that run for a good few minutes, so that ran for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes for me. However, if you take a look now, there are some of the images that have been recovered. So all you would need to do really is just select what file you want to recover and then select recover. So one thing to note, if you are going to recover this particular image or item to a location, you can see that I've got it just set up for the desktop just to see. It does say, do you want to restore to the same drive? This can reduce the chance of a successful recovery. So do note, if you are going to recover from the same drive, it may not work 100% all the time, but if you recover in a separate or different drive, then it may work. So that is something just to consider when you are using Recuva. So as you can see, it has actually recovered it without no issues. And if I take a look at the PNG, it's actually now there. So I'm going to go ahead and check it out just to see. So that has been fully recovered. So it was actually just like a little SVG icon that it used to be. So I had that transferred as a PNG, but you can see it has worked and it has recovered the file. Again, just to keep in mind, it may work half the time, sometimes it may not. It just depends on the circumstances of the file recovery that you're going to do. So if it is accidental deletion, it's more than likely going to be recovered. However, if it's not accidental deletion, then more than likely it won't get recovered. So that is some of the options that you'll have for using Recuva. Now, if you are looking more to do a Windows file recovery, then I would recommend to go onto the actual Microsoft Store that they have and download WinfrGui. So you can see from this one that it will accept Windows file recovery, but you will need to tap into the command line app. It recovers deleted files and with a graphical user interface. So we'll go ahead and check this platform out. So tap into the actual platform itself, then you'll see that it'll give me an install button. Go ahead and select install. And then you'll get a pop-up there. So I've actually just got a pop-up, that's the black screen. And once everything is through, you'll get this confirmation saying installation successful. So thanks for installing WinfrGui. So it'll just give you a guide on how to use it. So select recovery target, select the source partition and a target location you want to recover. Choose a scan mode, so you could do a quick scan or a deep scan, and then start recovery. So very simple to use for a file recovery. So we'll go ahead and try it out. So when you first initially open up the WinfrGui, this is the screen that you'll get. So you don't really need to check for updates, so we can just ignore that. But this is how it looks. So currently what we have is 30 gigabyte of free storage from 476. So it's just giving us some information on our device. Then we have 8431 MB free of, so this will be a drive that's in here. And then of course this is the system. So we want to go ahead and start a recovery for the Windows side. So all you would need to do is select the individual or select the partition you want to scan, and you can save it to a file. So save to a particular area, and then we're going to go ahead and do that now. So a couple of options there. Once you've clicked on that little folder, you can go ahead and select the desktop version. So I'll just select the desktop for now. And then all I need to do is, for the scanning mode, I could do either a quick scan or a deep scan. So fast scanning speed, it can recover files with the directory structure and file names. It only supports NTFS. And then if we take a look at deep scan, slow scanning speed, it can recover more files that have lost the directory structure and file names. So do note that if you do a deep scan, it'll say that please change a location. It will cause data loss if the saved one is the same as the scan partition. So that's why it's always best to do it on a separate drive. More for the fact that if you have the same file and you thought that you lost it, it can corrupt that current file. So that is one thing to note when you are doing this. So we'll just say quick scan for now, and we'll leave it where it is. And then let's see if we can try to bring it back. We'll just put it on downloads for now. So I've just put it on a folder, and then I'm just going to start the recovery. So let's just see if we could do this. Please change the location, so we'll try our best to get it in another area. So we'll try it on another system. We'll see if this will work, but it only is giving me the option for deep scan. So let's try this one. So that's a quick scan at least. Okay, we'll go ahead and start the recovery. So I've went ahead and checked it, and it seems like this has worked a treat. So it's actually recovered some files back in 2023, and of course they're all from the 27. So works perfectly fine. That was one of them that had worked. Sometimes it can work, sometimes it can't. So try maybe to use a different drive as well, just to do some backups to recover some of the files. But for me, it had worked fine. So I would say that WinfrGui is another good file recovery software to use. So I want to list out another platform that can also do a file recovery software. So this is the Windows file recovery. Now, you can see that it's saying that it's currently available for Windows 10, 2004 and above. So it is particularly good for recovering deleted files, or if you've wiped your hard drive clean. And you can even see that if you're unsure of what to do with corrupted data, then Windows file recovery can help you recover personal data. So by the looks of things, photos, documents, videos, and more, Windows file recovery supports many file types to ensure that your data is not permanently lost. So recovering from camera or SD, then you can do a signature mode. So again, with this one, it will use the terminal, but it will more or less be the same, where you're able to recover a Windows file. So regardless, if you are going to be using this particular platform, it is the same as it would be with the WinfrGui. Only difference is this one actually has a control panel, whilst this one is using a terminal. But it is a little bit old school, and you can see that you can have a regular standard recovery option, or you can do an extensive recovery option. So again, it will be up to you depending on how much you actually have lost on your device. Now, here is another platform as well that is good for file recovery, and it is the Wondershare Recoverit. Now, with Wondershare Recoverit, what it features is it is known for its high success rate in data recovery and supports recovery from all file types and file systems. Now, this platform is particularly good for Windows and Mac OS. I know I have went through the Windows versions, but you can also do the Mac OS version. Now, In terms of pricing, I know you may be thinking that, okay, you will have to pay for this one. However, there is a free version available, so we can't actually just try to recover. So we'll go ahead and download this and we'll take a look at the recovery software tool itself. So here we have it. This is recovered. You can see that we can now install. So just gonna go ahead and click install. Now it will take just less than a minute for this to fully install. It is very, very fast. Now keep in mind, yes, it may have a high success rate in data recovery, but again, please do note that if the file is beyond some sort of repair or it is corrupted, then there's pretty much a minimal chance of data recovery. So that is, again, something to note. So I'll skip ahead and wait for this to finish. So for me, that took another 15 minutes, 20 minutes to fully download. It just took a little bit longer there when I hit 70%. But all you need to do now is select Start Now. Now again, you will get a couple of options here, whether you want to do the recovered data essential, so $69.99 and $119.99, but we could just go through the free version. We'll just try to take a look at that. So this is simply the Start Recovery, or the file recovery software. Now, depending on the sort of external hard drives that you put in, so if whether you have an external hard drive or a memory card or memory pen or an SD card, whatever you have, it'll pop up on the external drives. And on top of this, we could see that we can also scan the hard disk drives as well. So if you have a system crash computer, you can even recover and rescue data from a crash computer. So it even says computer not bootable, blue screen of death, black screen of death. So easily and simply copy or restore deleted data from a crashed PC. So several different options there as well. And you can also do video repair, so corrupted video repair or enhanced recovery. So whenever you're ready, really, all you need to do is select scan, and that'll scan through all of the different files to start the recovery, so specific to where you planted. So you can see here, I've actually just paused it, but it'll go ahead and recover some of the files that have been lost. So it has recovered some of the files that I haven't seen in a while, like FDSE or NetBeans, and it is going through some of the different files and recovering it. So it is pretty good for what it's doing. But that is pretty much what Wondershare Recovered can do. And just note as well that besides the several different platforms or recovery softwares that we have viewed, there are other ones to consider as well. So maybe do your research on them. These are a few examples that have worked for me. So I would say that I recommend the top 4 for the file recovery softwares. But guys, that pretty much reaches the end of the video. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and hopefully you can recover the files that you have lost. If you have any questions at all or any issues, let us know in the comment section below. We'd like to know what you think as well. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.